Alright, this is Prince Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. Raise your hand if you've seen the movie Dragon Ball Super Broly. This is my Ultra Instinct form. Kakarot's not the only one that can achieve this. You're lucky this wasn't in the film, Broly, or I would have kicked your ass. I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. Please comment and subscribe to the second channel of Alexander. Or else I'll fire up a final flash.
Alright, people. That was Vegeta. Vegeta was happy because today their movie came out. And I'm going to say thank you, Toy Animation. Thank you, Toy Animation. Thank you, Toy Animation. Woo! And thank you, Funimation. Now, with that being said, this movie was so big and so huge in Japan that they had to show 5 trailers. Now, here in America, we only show maybe 2 or 3 trailers and that's it. The only medium that could show that many trailers and get away with it is Star Wars. I mean, seriously, you ask any Star Wars fan walking the streets of Hollywood, how many trailers do Star Wars get? Just about 5 trailers, if not 5 and 4. To me, and this is just my opinion, and I'm not being an anime player hater, because if I was a hater of anime, I wouldn't even have this shirt. See? See Vegeta? You don't need 5 trailers to advertise the movie. To me, Gogeta is a character that should have been saved just for the movie itself. It would have had a bigger impact and it would have had a bigger fan reception had you just done that. See, I believe they did too much pandering. They did too much fan lip service. Translation, too much fan kissing ass. And to me, the movie was perfectly just fine with 2 to 3 trailers. I sometimes when I watch movies, whether it's science fiction, an action film, whether it's a thriller, whether it's horror or anime, I want some mystery when I watch movie trailers. I don't just want you to just show me the whole entire movie like that, and then when I go to the movie theater or I watch it on DVD or online, because you can actually watch this movie right now online. You can pay a lot of money to see this movie. I don't want the movie being told to me. I don't want the movie being shown to me in 5 trailers and just like that I've seen the movie. Because then what happens is people think that because you show 5 trailers, they naturally assume that they've already seen all there is to see without buying the DVD, without seeing the movie, and it hurts your movie sales, and then in the future it hurts your DVD sales. So if I'm Toy Animation and Funimation, I'd be careful about showing too many trailers in the near future. You don't need all that fan service for the fans. 2 to 3 trailers is all you need. 5, I understand why you did 5. It's for business marketing purposes. But at the same time, you got to be careful when you show too many trailers. And when I rate this movie, don't be surprised I give this movie an 8 out of 10. It'll be based on too many trailers. Now let's get into the movie itself, because that's what you basically are watching this movie, my movie review for. Hold on. When I do my movie reviews, you guys know how I get down and play. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Go watch the movie in Japan, Canada. Go watch the movie online. You can go to animation.com. You can go to funimation.com and pay a lot of money to watch the movie online. I wouldn't recommend you watching the movie on YouTube, because if you do, in 24 hours, YouTube will take the movie off the internet because it's not even supposed to be on the internet. And, they're very adamant about movies getting online when it shouldn't. Spoiler alert. I'll even say it in the style of Vegeta.
I'm the Prince of all Saiyans. Spoiler alert now, or final flash.
And Vegeta's excited. Now, this movie opens up in the beginning. We see Frieza in his final form, and he seems like he's already ready to do exactly what we expect him to do. He's got people on Earth taking the Dragon Balls. We see Goku and Vegeta fighting, training. Reese and Bills are having a nice food. It's another picnic. Another party's taking place on Earth. And right in the middle of all this, Frieza sends, Broly's love interest, future girlfriend, tagline, future spoiler alert, and sends them to this remote alien planet. And we see the Saiyan armor has been advanced. Remember in Dragon Ball Z, the miniseries, when they had the old traditional Saiyan armor? Well, this armor gets a huge upgrade, and it's very similar to that. And when we see Frieza getting ready to power up an energy ball and blow up planet Vegeta, we get to see all the Saiyans in their glory. They're looking up in the sky and they see this huge flash of light, and they don't know what to make of it. Bardock knows exactly what's happening. They show us Goku being sent off in outer space in a space pod. We see Jime, Goku's mother. We see Bardock, and he tries to be brave to stop the energy attack. And it's so massively big and powerful that it overpowers him and it kills him instantly. They retconned that from Bardock, the father of Goku, because a lot of people felt that movie wasn't canon. And here you see they retcon it a bit. The way he dies is very similar in Bardock, the father of Goku, with some minor change-ups and differences. We get to the next cut of the film where we see a kid Vegeta in the traditional Saiyan armor. This is like a throwback to the Vegeta saga in Dragon Ball Z, where that same classic armor he has, he's going to use when he fights, Piccolo, Tien, Yamcha, and Chaozu, and Krillin, and Gohan before his showdown with Goku in Dragon Ball Z. We get to the best part of the movie. We see Kid Radix. We see what they look like as kids. They were already fighting people and taking over a planet. We see Nappa's got hair. We see Nappa's with two other Saiyans. This was never shown in the manga or in Dragon Ball Z, so this was kind of like a new piece. People always wonder, how did Nappa lose his hair? So I guess maybe that answered that question. Then we get back to Frieza being alerted that, these alien creatures are there, and Broly's love interest and them, they see Paragus. Now, the Paragus from Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, was a little strong and a little bit powerful. In this one, he's weak, he's pale, his power level's been crippled, and he signals for help. And right in the middle of them conversating and telling them that Planet Vegeta was destroyed, which they already know about this already, they check his power level, and they're not surprised that his power level's above or behind 3,000. I'm just trying to tell you from what I see from this Japanese version, because I watched the Japanese version with English subtitles, and they see Broly, and the girl looks up at Broly, and she's stunned to see how physically opposing he is. She gets a huge reading on his power level, and his power level, either it's almost 10,000 or it's close to 10,000, and she can't believe that a Saiyan of his stature have that kind of power level. She alerts her partner. He doesn't believe it. He checks the scouter, and he is stunned to see that someone has this type of power. This creature comes out of nowhere to attack, and, Paragus yells Broly, and Broly, on command, attacks the monster. Saves the day. Looks like the hero in this movie. When he gets onto the spaceship, he never seen a chocolate candy, and she shows him the candy. She kind of flirts with Broly, and Broly not recognizing the signs that a girl likes him. I know how that feels, Broly. Trust me, it happens to me quite a lot, so I know how you feel, Broly. And he then doesn't know what it is until Paragus alerts him. It's candy. It's good for you. Just take it from the girl. She opens the plastic because it was good. They add some comedy where he's never seen candy before. He's never seen a chocolate candy bar before. It's actually fucking hilarious. He eats it, and she looks at him and smiles and says, "That's candy. That's when we're friends." And he eats a lot of food. And then they get back to the ship. Frieza gets a glance when he gets his men telling them have found the Dragon Balls, but they've made a new development, and that new development is Broly. Broly then comes with Paragus, and they come face to face. Frieza's stunned to see a Saiyan who's managed to survive the extinction, and Frieza kind of has that look like, I thought I eradicated all the Saiyans from 30 years ago, and I thought it was just Goku and Vegeta and Radix and Nappa that eluded me. Now to see that there's two more that survive, and Frieza kind of then has it look like, well, then again, it's not a surprise. Saiyans manage to always find ways to survive when they shouldn't. And Paragus introduced himself, and then Frieza does his plot. The plot thickens. He tells them about these two Saiyans on Earth, and when he mentions the name Vegeta, King Vegeta is shown in flashback. Like Paragus, when he hears that name, you could see the anger in his face, the frustration of being thrown away like trash, and begging the king not to take him and his son off the planet because Vegeta is supposed to be the true heir of the Saiyan race. And when he then goes to have lunch, and this is like another funny moment. They're in a cafeteria. This guy who works for Frieza, with advanced Saiyan armor, bullies another person, and Broly comes up to him and realizes there's trouble. And again, I swear to God, this movie has it where he is being depicted as a hero. It doesn't look nowhere like in the trailer where he's being depicted as a villain. That's what you at least believe, right? Then finally we get to the point where he's about to beat the crap out of the guy, and Broly's father, Paragus, takes out a remote control and electrocutes the hell out of him because he doesn't know how to stop being violent. And then the girl confronts Paragus, and right in the middle of talking to him, she's so damn clever, she takes the remote control from him. And I'm amazed that Paragus, as old as he is, didn't even realize she stole the controller from him. Which later he goes and confronts Frieza once again when Frieza tells him, we're going to go to Earth and you're going to have your revenge against the Saiyans. The Saiyan survivors. She then reveals to Broly that she has the controller, and she steps on it and destroys it. This shows that she actually not only likes Broly, this shows that she has enough trust in Broly that she feels confident that he can control his power without the controller. And Broly is like stunned and shocked that she would even do it. But what really started the fight off between Broly and this other guy was she touched his clothes, and he got upset and told her that one of the monsters that his father killed was his first friend ever, and it was in tribute to that person. Then she touches again and smiles, and Broly doesn't do anything the second time. Again, this shows her flirting with Broly. Future romance, spoiler alert. And then we see Broly, when we get to Earth, that's when Goku and Vegeta can sense Frieza. They can sense his energy level. And Reese and Bulma get in their little space pod ship. And I don't like the fact that they had Bills. Yes, I said it. Bills. I didn't like the fact that they had Bills babysitting Vegeta's second child. Like, I would have preferred they would have had Goten and Trunks or Krillin in the movie babysit and have Bills go God of Destruction go into the fight. His presence was missing from this movie, which is kind of interesting that it seemed like it would have been nice if he could have been there. And then finally we get to the mountains where the ship opens. They know Frieza's coming out and they expect this. And right off the back, you could see not King Vegeta, you could see Paratus stare at Vegeta, and Vegeta stares at Paratus. And when he says the name, you are the son of King Vegeta, your father had exiled me and my son because my son's power level was more than yours. Vegeta kind of has a look like, yeah, so what? And right when Frieza gives Paragus command, Paragus yells, Broly attack, and Broly comes at Vegeta fast and quick. Vegeta doesn't even have a chance to even turn Super Saiyan, and Vegeta backs up, takes a punch, smiles at Broly like, that's all you got? Really? Is that all you really got? And this fight, for a moment, Vegeta's outclassing Broly. He's tagging him with punches, hitting him with haymakers, and Broly looks a little slow in the beginning of this fight. And Reese kind of makes a comment like, "This is interesting. Another Saiyan with incredible potential and power." Like Reese can tell that it's only a matter of time before Broly unleashes this power that he is sensing. And Bulma just looking like Bulma does, wondering why every time this happens, she has a party. And Goku's kind of like fascinated, and Goku is Goku. He's like, I can't wait to fight this guy my damn self. Next thing you know, we see Vegeta turn Super Saiyan to show Broly why he's smiling. And soon it becomes evident that Broly has never seen a Super Saiyan transformation. Like, he's stunned to see this transformation exist. And Paratus is stunned to see that the Prince of all Saiyans has turned Super Saiyan. Next thing you know, Frieza kills Paratus in front of them to make Broly transform into a Super Saiyan, which Broly does. And to everyone's amazement, he's able to cause a lot of damage. Finally, Goku goes Super Saiyan, tags in, and for a moment, it seemed like he has trouble with two Super Saiyans. And then we see Broly's power just grow and grow and grow and grow. And then guess what we see? We see them go to their God forms. Now, God Vegeta was badass. I mean, Vegeta, again, tagged him with some hits. And again, it looked like Broly couldn't do anything to Vegeta. Even when Goku came in there. And then from out of nowhere, Broly's power begins to surge like never before. And then all of a sudden, we see Vegeta get knocked into a mountain. You presume he's dead. You presume he's gone, but he's just knocked out unconscious. And we just see Goku standing there, and then Broly turns his sights on Goku. And Goku tries, but then finds himself laid out on the ground from a thunderous punch. Goku can't take it no more, goes Super Saiyan Blue. And Broly starts hitting him with quadruple assault attack. And to everyone's amazement, Goku manages to dodge all these attacks. Finally, Vegeta comes back and goes Super Saiyan Blue. Remember in the trailer where they hit him with a powerful blast? Here, they manage to escape when he finally goes to Super Saiyan Broly full power. And he beats the hell out of Goku. He beats the hell out of Vegeta. They're shocked that he's beating them up in their God forms. He's beating them up in their Super Saiyan Blue forms. And he comes straight for Frieza. And Frieza hasn't even had a chance to even, respond to an attack, because he gets hit so hard, Frieza goes straight on the ground. And Goku uses instant transmission, and who do we see? Piccolo. And Piccolo is not even surprised that they would show up. Goku tells Vegeta we can't beat him in our present state, but fusion can. And Vegeta has that disgusted look. I don't even want to do any more fusion. Not with you, Kakarot. Typical Vegeta Goku arguing in the middle of a life or death fight. And they fuse, and we see Fat Gogeta. A nice throwback to Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn. They unfuse, they become Vetku, where they're a skinny, old, frail version of Gogeta. They fuse a third time, and they're in their base form. And then they use instant transmission, or so they say Gogeta does. Miraculously saves and moves Frieza out of the way. Transforms the Super Saiyan. And the fight looks even for a moment, until Gogeta then reveals Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. And from that point on, Broly is completely outclassed. He's throwing punches, he's throwing kicks, energy attacks, he's coming in all directions, he's hitting them with everything. And Gogeta just effortlessly and cockily dodges every single attack. And Broly can't believe that no matter what he throws at Gogeta, it's not working. Like, he's getting angrier and frustrated, and he's not having the advantage that he had moments in the beginning of the fight. Finally, the internal dragon gets summoned, and the girl gets him teleported before Gogeta can go for the final blow. And this frustrates Gogeta because he had the one attack where you see all these colors in this force field, and it's confirmed it's just Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Most people thought it was going to be Ultra Instinct Gogeta, but it's just Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. And once they unfused, Goku teleports to another planet where they're at and gives them food and introduces himself. And this is where Broly acknowledges that he sees Goku, and that's where the statement comes that he might be more powerful than Bills. Which, again, like I said, it would have been nice if Bills could have had more of a role to serve in this movie. Now, the fact that he tried to come at Reese, yeah, that happens around the same time that Gogeta is fusing to save Frieza. That's when he takes shots at Reese. And Reese looks at him like, you can't touch me, I'm an angel, you're just going to hit air with your punches. All of this is taking place during the fight. Now, this movie was about an hour and 40 minutes, but I do believe the American version, when it gets dubbed in English next year, I believe that one's probably going to end up being maybe an hour and 25, maybe an hour and 30 minutes. They're going to edit it some more, so don't be surprised that you don't get the same version that you see in Japanese. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. The reason why Dragon Ball Super Broly movie gets an 8 out of 10 is because you showed 5 movie trailers. And typically, no movie should get that many movie trailers because that's like showing the whole entire movie. And some people want to be surprised. Some people want some mystery when they go in the movie theater, knowing that when they see Super Saiyan Gogeta and then Super Saiyan Gogeta Blue, they want to be able to go, that's a badass transformation. And when you show that, it doesn't ruin the movie, but it does kind of make you go, if you keep doing that with future films, it's gonna make the value in the characters go down significantly. So that's why it gets an 8 out of 10. I love the movie. I will do another movie review when it's dubbed in English and do another review of it again to classify where their power levels may be in this movie. So until then, peace.